Great advice. And here comes a full loaded question. So we know obviously the transition from high school to university, a teenager to an adult is pretty significant, and it can be very mentally and emotionally challenging. And considering this, what pieces of life advice would you give people who are going through this, or any knowledge, experiences, guidelines you'd like to share? And what would you want these youth to know and keep in mind as they continue to advance in their educational, professional, and personal journeys?
You got to understand your own blueprint of, say, success in life, right? So this might be more prominent when, say, you are choosing your specialization, right? Personally, so this is a good way to share this advice with you, is to share with you, a little story. So again, I did marketing in school, and when I was about to find my first job in that period of time, and I was really lost and stuff, because I was so lost, and I saw my friends around me landing opportunities in banks and big accounting firms, I found myself craving the same things. Now, mind you, I'm a marketing student, but I found myself like, man, I want to work in a bank because Catherine over there seemed really happy because she got a job in a bank. So if she's happy, I think I'll be happy too. Do you know what I mean? So this happens so often where people just base their blueprint of success on somebody else's. So imagine, right? And this happens so often, and I have people who are in their late 20s come to me for advice because they graduate from school and they're like, oh, okay, so and so seems happy here, so I think I'll do the same thing. And then they do it, and they're in this job that they're not sure why they're doing it, and they're like, okay, I'm getting a paycheck every month, I'm just gonna keep at it. Boom, they're 29, and they're like, oh my god, where did my youth go? What have I been doing for the past 9 years of my life, right? That happens time and time again, and which is why Apologue, we're trying to catch you and keep you like, hey, before you get to that point, right? That's why we work with people who are 18 to like 22, 20, 23, things like that, before you go into that rabbit hole, right? So the biggest advice here is really to understand your own blueprint of success, right? If you understand, like, I want to be this, and you know that this university is the best for that, but so you also have to understand like what you value in life, right? So it's, again, like the reason why I say it's a very fully loaded question, because there's so many moving pieces. So it's hard for you to say, for me to just tell you one thing, but just to dumb it down as much as I can, say you got to understand what you value, right? If you value relationships, if you know that, hey, you are going to be much happier, you really care about being surrounded with people that you're comfortable with, then maybe that will skew your decision towards a different university, right? Or all your friends are going here, you should. But if you're able to be like, okay, I value my potential career more. Say you understand that this university is much better for this program, but none of your friends are there. So if you value that a little bit more and understand like, hey, for later down the line, that's going to benefit me more, and I'm excited to meet new friends, new people. So understanding what you value, trying to weigh them a little bit, and following your own blueprint based on your values, follow your blueprint of what success looks like in school, what success looks like in your first career, things like that. So for me personally, when I was coming out of high school, all my friends went to Melbourne, Australia to study. And that's because it's really close to Malaysia. So again, I love my friends. I know that I'm happy, I'm super happy with them. But I also understand that, hey, I want to have a true international experience. And that's for me being an international student from Malaysia, right? I wanted to have a truly international experience. And I knew that if I went to Melbourne, I'm just going to hang out with my same friends in high school. You know what I mean? So for me personally, I value that experience, that, and things like that. So that's why I chose to fly like 20 hours to Canada, where I knew nobody. I had no family here. I had no friends here. Came here to a new place, right? And yeah, so again, it was tough. That first 2 weeks, I was like, man, can I actually speak English? Like, man, I might have an accent, right? But things like that. So in the first 2 weeks, I was like, did I make the right decision? And again, going back to why, going back to your own blueprint of success, that is going to keep you there. That's going to keep you like, okay, I know that I made the right decision. So it really all comes down to values, weigh it out, what's important to you. You can't have everything. and understanding that and following your own blueprint to success. And this can be when you're deciding which university you go to, deciding on your specialization, and deciding on your career. And a sub advice, when you do make the decision, sometimes, there's a lot of times actually, you might feel like, did I make the right choice? Did I choose the right specialization? Did I choose the right university? It's going to come, right? The question is going to come. And sometimes it might feel like you might not have made the right decision, but this might sound super cliche, but life has a way of working itself out. And as long as you are following or trying your best to follow your blueprint of success, sure, sometimes you might be a little bit off, but as long as you know why you do what you do, and you're always trying to find that why, and you're always trying to follow your own idea of success, sometimes you might be a little bit off, but you'll always go back, on track. And that's what I've seen, what I've found. No one is ever going. You're not a robot. You can't predict the future. You're never gonna make the right, quote unquote, right decisions every single step of the way, and that's okay. Because as long as you know that you're focusing on the light at the end of the tunnel, and that light being what success means to you, you might take a few detours, but as you're moving a little bit closer towards that person that you want to become every single day.
Hey, did you like this video? If so, click the subscribe button down below.
And make sure you click the notification bell to get updates each time we post. And remember, you can listen to the entire episode on 8 different platforms, including Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Check out the links down below.
Bye.
Bye.